Being a ninja, it's really cool. No one's gonna argue with that. But imagine how the profession will carry on into the future. People are always saying, it's such a traditional task, you know, it's so outdated.
But Cyber Shinobi lets us really know what we can expect in the year 2000XXX. So for being the Cyber Shinobi, you've got some pretty traditional weapons, like swords and shuriken. The more power-ups you collect though, you can start causing some ninja damage with grenades and even a machine gun. To be honest, it's kinda cool seeing the craft evolve like that. Imagine being shot from the shadows by a machine gun.
So some people, they've said the game's a bit sluggish, and I guess you can't always judge a book by its cover. Imagine if you were a cyber ninja with heightened senses. Well, obviously you'd experience the world in some kind of, like slowed down surreal reality,
Enough time to take in his surroundings and judge the threat of his enemies. And that reminds me, these enemies are hectic. I've died so many times, especially in melee combat. I think the Cyber Shinobi could probably thrust his sword a bit further. But, in combat terms, it's a very defensive kind of sword work. And knowing the Cyber Shinobi, being there in the moment, it's probably a choice he made going into the battle.
If you can though, use those secondary weapons. The Cyber Shinobi, he's not afraid of death. But I've only got a few lives to get through this, so I am.
So you're up against the regular colour ninjas, just like every Shinobi game. Because the future is pretty hard to imagine, we get a few pretty wicked unique enemies, like astronauts and cyborgs. And these astronauts, they're really, really hard to hit. Usually, I'm just tempted to let them live. But the bosses really start to reflect, how machine dependent these bad dudes really are. Using helicopters, trucks, and weapons I can only dream of, they've got every advantage against you, speed and sheer power, attacking from the air with weapons of mass destruction, and of course, really advanced technology, which nearly seems totally impenetrable. But don't get me wrong, the Cyber Shinobi is totally up to any challenge. Even with that defensive sword style, your ninja is faster, has cool ninja magic, and the greatest weapon is you, driving this powerhouse.
Cool thing about any Shinobi game is the layout.
There's just something really awesome about how unrestrained the ninja is. He can be in the city one moment and the next, he's in the jungle. The Cyber Shinobi is unstoppable. Not even the best post-ninja tactician could foresee some of the stuff that goes down in this game. Coolest part, after beating the heck out of everyone and surviving the jungle, you punch a panther. Even evil nature can't stop the Cyber Shinobi. And seriously, this thing doesn't stand a chance. And why would it? You're a damn ninja. So yeah, there are actually organic enemies in the Cyber Shinobi. But the guy you get to fight after jumping down the waterfall, yeah, you actually jump down a waterfall, how intense is that? Not much of a stage, it's more of a bonus scene, before you fight this red hopper. The future actually has monsters. And that reminds me, the boss behind this whole thing, it's a brain. How futuristic is that? No wonder no army in the world could stop Cyber Zed. Their boss is intelligence. If you can manage to beat that Gunner, you nearly see the brain tremble in fear.